Hi, how's it going, guys? This is Muftal of GBFX. It's another week, and let's just go straight to the charts today. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs on my watch list this week. The pound USD. Let's start with the pound USD. Last week there was a lot of in news and ups and downs on the pound last week. So, and the NFP too was last week. So hitting straight to the charts, you could find that the pound is really on the low. Really, it's at the monthly support. Very, very good double bottom, and we all know what double bottoms mean. Double bottoms are reversal patterns. Double bottoms say prices will go up, most likely 70% of the time, and that's a good percentage for your risk to reward. So double bottom say price will go up. So what you want to do in this pound on this pair is to look for a good spot to buy from, depending on your style. So a swing trader like me, I would have tried to enter earlier on because I missed this trade. Actually, I couldn't go into this trade. Swing trader, I was looking for an entry around here. That's what I would have done if I had entered this trade. I'd have entered around there. But right now, the pair has already started the move to the upside, and for this thing to get to this place, this will be the first profit target before any retracement down to the downside. But I'm hoping to join this bandwagon soon because I feel there might be a retracement. From this level down here. If it gets back down here and gives us a head and shoulders, I hope we all know what a head and shoulders is. Give us a head and shoulders. It will be a great opportunity. But to be honest, totally, what you should be looking at on the pound is to buy. Really, you don't want to join the sell wagon. You want to buy because it's on a monthly support, and only the up moves will be more profitable than the down moves. So you want to join the winning party here. You don't want to play the other side. So what I'll be doing is waiting for a very good retracement to the downside for a good price, a good risk to reward ratio before I enter to the top. And when it gets here, then we might start thinking of maybe short opportunities from this level, depending on the kind of evidence that brings at that point in time. So the pound is on a bullish trajectory. So we should be looking for buys really on the pound. So if you're a short-term trader, you want to be looking for breaks. Most people don't like trading on Mondays because Mondays are very tricky and market makers do a lot of tricks on Mondays. So if you are a short-term trader, you want to buy flags, if that works for you. I don't trade flags directly like that. I don't go into flag directly. I find other things in confluence with flags. So just look for your entries on whatever your strategy is. The overall trajectory of the pound is bullish right now. So I take you back to the euro. The euro, this is the monthly time frame. You see that the key level here, which is 11277 was breached. 11277 was breached. You can see there was a little consolidation before the breakout in 2017. There was a breakout out of the middle consolidation. And there's a retest. Now it's retesting that same support that was a resistance earlier on that got broken. Right now, with this strong candle that happened the past few months, you could see that the pound, the euro is on the downward trajectory. So what I want to do is continue selling the euro. So because now I have found the buyers, I'm not going to join the buyers. I'll be looking to short back around this 1277 if and as at when price gets here. Because of my strategy as a swing trader, we wait for trades to make sense before we go in. Somebody will say, yo, why aren't you, because you feel it's going to go up, why don't I start buying from here to the top side? No, it doesn't work like that. What you have done is you've identified the part where you've identified a trend, right? And they said the trend is your friend. You don't want to fight the trend. You could see that the bearish candles are more and more heavy than the bullish candles on the smaller time frame. See the bearish candles, it shows there's a lot of selling power, and this trade might not even get to this level before it continues selling to the downside. So me joining the buys wouldn't justify my bias, right? So what I'm going to do is just wait for this pair to get to this price where I see a lot of sellers coming in. So from here, I'll have a very good risk to reward ratio. Maybe my risk, this level, my reward, as a swing trader, we have a bias towards 120 pips and more. So if your strategy as a day trader, you know how many pips you should be expecting per trade. So all along, the euro is still down. We are looking for a down move, to sell. It could definitely start selling from across here. No two ways about that. But for me, my strategy, I have said that I've marked the point, and that's what everybody should do. You should have a view of the market. You just don't follow the market. You should have a view of what you think the market will do. You should always have a view of what you think the market will do. And this is my view of what I think the market will do. So until that view is confirmed, I'm not going to do anything else. So this is my view right now. So that's the euro, for example. Let's go to the USDCHF. A very good friend of mine always he asks about me not doing USDCHF. But what I do is you can't always get you cannot always get good setups on every pair. There will be days you won't see anything. You get analysis blocked, and you're not going to see anything on any pair. You understand? And that happens usually. You can't say because I can do analysis, I'm going to see this or that on each and every pair. No, it doesn't happen that way. So fortunately, this week I managed to check the USDCHF, and I found out something good might happen for me on the USDCHF. So you could see the direction. This is a wedge that was broken, a rising wedge that was broken to the downside. And there should be a major retest later on of this wedge. So what I'm seeing to happen is this happened. There's a breakout, right? So there should be a retest somewhere here or here, whichever way. But overall, after a retest, we know we want to see a continuation, a retest of the trend. Hopefully a continuation. If it gets past this level, then we can see further downside of this pair, right? And that's USDCHF. And this could easily continue selling around. You can see the levels I have marked. I've marked very good supply levels where a lot of sellers might come in. So if my entry criteria gets met at this level, excuse me. If my entry criteria gets met at this level, see this is a wedge. If it breaks out of this wedge, this channel a little bit, you could see further downside from here. And momentum could be stronger, and it takes it to this upside where a lot of sellers might also come in the edge of this trend line right here. So that might be a very good entry point also for sellers. So guys, what you want to do is you want to identify a bias. You want to have a view of the market before you enter. Like what I said earlier, you might think because it's going up, you want to join in. But for me to get a good risk to reward ratio, a good price to sell in, a good return when I risk my money, I need to get at least 1:2 risk to reward ratio per trade. So if this trade isn't going to give me a risk to reward of 1 to 2, I'm not going to do anything. At least 1:2, it's fine. At least. So for me to get that, that's why I need to wait for a very good high price to sell, a very good low price to buy. And that's all about it. So your UCHF could easily break down from, depending on your entry really. So I'll be looking for signals to go in at this level. But if this level got broken to the upside, definitely there should be something that will tell us the big players are coming in from this level again. So from here, we should see a downside also on the USDCHF. Now let's go to the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar too. I like this setup very much. It's like the Aussie has been trying to bottom for like years now, but I think it hasn't finally gotten to that point where it's going to it hasn't gotten to the low in which it has to stop. Although this looks very scary from this level onwards. There was a wedge that was broken down as a break. Usually after a break, you know there's a retest. So for long terms, so I still draw the conclusion that I have a very bearish view still on the Aussie dollar. So the bears lost control around here, and there's a retest going on of the broken wedge. So when that happens, I want to get in short here for a good risk to reward ratio. But for now, the bulls are in control. The bulls are in control. As a swing trader that I am, that's why I have to wait for the other side of the trade. But if you're a trend follower, like some people, and you're a day trader, you need to be looking for flags on this trade. Look for flags to buy. Like this. This is a good example of a flag. So look for flags to get in on this trade. You want to join the trend, fine, that's great. So, but for me, I'll be looking for the downside of this pair, and this like have to wait for perhaps maybe some few days, 2 or 3 days before I get in on this trade here. 70 pips more, that's a long wait, but it will be worth the wait. So that's the Aussie dollar for me. Very brief, very short. I'm looking for a very short on that. No, the CADJPY too is almost getting to a level where I feel it's going to continue to this downside. So when you see the weekly and the monthly time frame, there's a little wedge thing going on here. You see there's a heads and shoulders over here, and there's a breakout of this level of the neckline, and most of us know how to trade the heads and shoulders pattern. So I'm looking at this level as a very good confluence for this pair to retreat and finish this down move to the downside. So my shots will be coming in from this level over here. And that's what I'll be looking forward to do this week. And it's almost getting there. So when you go back to the daily time frame, you'll see that. Almost there, getting there, getting there, getting there. So hopefully I get a good sell setup from here. There's a breakout, and there will be a retracement, because this on the smaller time frame is in a trend. So this is a little trend thing going on. So we are looking for it to continue the trend to the downside, to finish all the moves that it's supposed to do around here. Great. So the EURNZD also, from the monthly time frame, you could easily EURNZD. Let me just plug it out. Plug in the chart. The EURNZD hit a monthly resistance just around here, and sellers are in. This is a very, very good pattern. That is a bearish, you can call it a bearish evening star, or a bearish evening star, or first of all, you could see an indecision candle over here, and this is a directional candle, and this tells us this can be a very, very good trade to continue selling from. So it hit a resistance at this level, and now we are short. So basically, your bias should have changed to the daily bearish. Your bias should have changed to like a very bearish bias as of now. So what you should be looking for is to sell this pair technically. So when the sell comes in, should be looking at this place first of all. Because right now I use the 61.8 level a lot, because I feel it's a very, very strong level to be selling or to be buying from. It's a very strong demand and supply zone. A lot of sellers and buyers coming from that level. So this has happened. There was a wedge here at this monthly resistance. There's a lot of stop hunts at that same level. So there was a breakout. Hopefully I get a retest before this trade finally gets here. Now I've identified the down move. Well, what should I do? I can't go in because that's not my style. I would like it to retest, and maybe from this level onwards, I get a good sell to the downside of this pair. So it's pretty good setups this week. I hope we've learned something. If not, you can just ask questions and just type your comments under the comment section, and I'll be in touch. In all, have a good trading week, guys. Oh, okay. I didn't finish the pound NZD. So the pound NZD also is at a very good retracement level. What I'm looking for is to find a sell setup from this level onwards. I'm hoping for a retracement will continue to the downside. You see there's a little consolidation here. And after this accumulation, we know there's usually a breakout. But because there's a resistance here, this tells me that because of this resistance, this tells me that it's more liable to go to the downside than the upside. So based on evidence, you could tell us that it's going to the downside. So for me to get in on this trade, I need to wait for a retracement to this level upwards to get a good risk to reward ratio at least. So I want to join in hopefully before the breakout comes in. This will be my risk and this will be my reward. Yeah, that's good. That's like a 1:3 risk to reward ratio on the pound NZD. So it looks good this week. Hopefully we get good setups to get in, and perhaps the pairs will get in as soon as possible, so we don't keep waiting behind the screen. So depending on your style, guys, you need to find what works for you. I've found out that swing trading works for me, and that's what I've been practicing for over 3 years now. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week. See you soon. Bye bye.